Hi, Joseph Maltese, uh, September 30th, and my thoughts on Max Roach, Billie Holiday, and Artie Shaw. Um, we'll start with Max Roach. So, just as a personal thing, Max Roach is my favorite drummer, one of my favorite musicians, um, and as a drummer, I strive to kind of manipulate any aspect that I can. Um, he so I'll start by talking about musically. The thing about Max Roach that makes him so amazing is the fact that he was one of the first drummers and and first members of a rhythm section of jazz to emerge the rhythm section as as a melodic section. Um, and and that's not to say that like there's of course drum solos and bass solos and guitar solos in jazz, but he's in his playing, um, especially with Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie, of course, that he was able to play melodies on the drum, really, that by working by by working his way across the drum set, he was able to evoke an entire melody and an entire motive, um, that was sometimes reflective and sometimes countered the main melody that the other instruments and the other part voices in the band would play. And that's something that's amazing to do. Uh, like in the term amazing, like it is it amazes that, um, to think that oops, to transform the ta 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 to ta 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 ta, because you have a horn going. Um, it's just a really special and fascinating way that he played. Um, he was able to make it an entire just a voice. Um, the other thing that's truly special about Max Roach musically is that he also did this with brushes, and um, to describe what he does with brushes is does not do justice. Prior brushes were used with slower ballads, um, to for drone purposes. Uh, um, and he realized that he can get all these different voices out of a kit by swiping and brushing, doing fast strokes, long strokes, drags, with with brushes, and he's really just, I guess, in to sum up everything that Max Roach did for drumming in jazz, he was able to utilize every aspect of the instrument to bring out as many different as many shades as he could, playing the rims, the shells, the stands. Like that's it's mind blowing, truthfully. Um, and his personal life was really interesting as well. Um, Max Roach, and this was reflective in Billie Holiday as well. That um, well, so in the early 1900s, there was this theory of double consciousness with African Americans, where um, they would basically just develop and give into to all of these negative stereotypes, and this would change their perception on themselves and their race. And this was really evident with Holiday and Roach, that they had a lot of animosity toward African Americans, um, giving into to the double consciousness idea, and the fact that they were successful um, musically despite ridiculous amounts of prejudices and just unnecessary racial obstacles, that not only did it make them upset with the white race who was the oppressor, but they thought less of themselves as well, because like maybe there's some merit into what people say about us, and as a performer of jazz, which stems from America, which stems from blacks in America. It is the voice of black music, that to give into this is, as a jazz musician, is so detrimental to the music. And I think that that's why um, Billie Holiday did so much with uh, trying so many new things with singing, and Max Roach did so many things with performing, just because it was a testament to try to break away from the norm of black music. It was a challenge to whites and blacks, really. Um, they were both really, despite the times and kind of crowds and styles that they played. Individually, they were both huge players in shaping the rediscovery, the revamping, and reemergence of jazz as a mainstream music. Um, I think this was more so with Max Roach, because he was a little later, and with the creation of bebop, um, which was, I guess, less easy listening and less normative to pop music at the time. But overall, both were probably some of the biggest players in defining and redefining jazz of the of the entire history. I was gonna say of the 20th century, but it is of the history of jazz. Thank you.